I like this, sorry. Yo, what?
Bunch of hooligans.
Yo, what?
Yeah, every single time that intro starts, I feel like
we can't.
I feel like I gotta give the cue. All right, guys, act tough.
Act tough, guys.
Flex your muscles.
Flex your muscles. What? Yo, welcome to the Well, you threw me off. Hold up. What is this? What show
Did I throw you off? Really?
Welcome to the Marrio Esco Live. I'm your host, Marrio Esco. Alongside me is my good friend and co-host, Gil Vargas.
What up? What up?
And we got our guest host with us today, Brent Tavares.
What's
That's how
up?
you say it, right? Tavares?
Yes.
Man, I'm always like, is it Tavares? Tavares? What do you prefer, sir?
Just Tavares.
Just Tavares. Like, he's cool.
He
He's cool, calm, and collective.
The, Caucasian
He's
version.
chilling.
Tavares.
So,
Yo.
I am half.
I am half. He's like, well, I am half
Indubitably. Biracial persuasion.
Real quick, as you guys are jumping in, join our email list. You should see the description, the link in the description if you guys are watching this. I usually update it after the live show, so you'll see it there after the show. Go get it tomorrow or something. Share the show if you guys are jumping in. Leave a review for my podcasters. Go check out d2lproductions.com. That's the website on the screen right there. We got music available there, merch and stuff like that. Shout out to our partners. Hand claps for our partners. And I'll ease back on the hand claps this time around, I promise.
What, did we get a complaint?
No, I'm complaining. Like, our last episode, it was too many.
Hilarious.
It was too many hand claps, man.
Like, chill on the clapping.
There's way too many hand claps for me.
When you re-listen back.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to our partners, GOP, the Bar Podcast, the Prayer Plug, Rep the King Mag, Rap Remnant. Rap Remnant actually just had a contest with a beat I produced called Nothing to Say. Shout out to the artists who...
Humble bragging right now.
No, I'm just saying, like, humble black. But how
they're doing a contest with my beat, you know?
No, I'm saying, like, that's dope. Like, it's dope. It was, you know what? It was dope hearing the artist that spit on it. When I make beats for myself. Like, I'm thinking, what am I going to spit to this?
Yeah.
What kind of chorus goes to this? What can I hear Gil singing to on this?
I have to ask you, since I know you well enough, I could do this.
Go ahead.
When you created this beat, what was your inspiration?
Oh, wow, Gil. You really want to go there?
The reason why is because I heard the beat is fire, but I just want to know, what vibe were you in that day? It just had me curious.
I don't know.
Was you in beast mode?
I don't know.
Man. I
can't remember, dude. I think I started with a sample and just started feeling it out. That's it. Simple. I'm crazy. So go ahead. Get your jokes off. Go ahead. What do you think?
I'm not joking on. I'm just trying to find out.
Tell me what you think I was trying to say with that beat. Go ahead.
I don't know. I feel like you was introducing your
go ahead.
Your bars.
My bars.
Yeah, your bars.
You got to say it like that. My bars.
Of course.
So we had Mitch Darrow out of North Carolina, Lil Red out of Dallas, Texas, and Risen. All of them were dope. Hand claps for all of them. I promise. What? Where's the hand claps?
Are you in the judging?
No, I'm not judging. I listened to. Well, I did.
Well, I figured because you got the backstage pass.
No, I'm just.
Wow. You being the beat guy.
You on me today.
Yes,
wow.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man. You a superstar right now, man.
Bro?
Like, yep. I'm just enjoying it.
The tables are turning.
No, it's not even turning. I'm just trying to get under your I feel like
starlight. Should we change up the seating arrangement? Should Brent like sit in the middle and should we switch it up or something? Like
why? I'm just trying to have a conversation.
What's up, man?
You said you produced
this
beat,
was not on the dock. None of this is planned. Like I didn't. You're throwing me off.
When do we plan?
I'm like, this is intro. I'm like, can we get through the intro real quick?
Duh, I'm impressed. Like, you submitted a beat, you got all these rappers, you know what I mean, doing their thing.
Let me do my intro, bro.
Can't even you up, bro.
Mitch Darrow, Lil Red, Risen. I heard them all. All of them were dope. Should I say like my thoughts or no? All of them were dope. Should I just leave it at that? What do you? All of them were dope, man.
Do you have a winner in your mind out of those?
I do.
Has anyone else heard it?
I think a lot of other people. I'm not going to say nothing, just in case the contest is still up. I don't want to sway anybody. Go check out the contest. There you go. Go check it out.
But he does have a favorite.
We'll talk about it next show. How about that?
So you're not involved in the judging then?
Well, I was able to judge. Yeah, I was able to cast my vote.
Oh,
it's a voting. It's a voting thing on the website. So I'll put the link up for that as well, and you guys can go check.
So it's
that
not
out.
like 3 dudes sitting together deciding the fate of an artist.
No, bro. let me get through these last few people, please.
They're like the elders
Please.
of
The elders.
just sitting down in a
Elder
just
Scroll
with a robe on, just marinating over the lyrics.
Oh my goodness! Eating grape leaves.
They put the lyrics in a glass and they just shake it around.
The lyrics in the glass.
Like Kung Fu Panda.
What up? Everybody jumping in. What up? I see you guys. I'm gonna do my best to follow along with the comments. Bear with me if I miss your comment, question, or whatever. I'll do my best, guys. Shout out to the Bridge Radio 520 Collective, the Unashamed Network, GH3 Radio will be on starting in August 19th. Will be on the Dash Radio app. You could search for God's House of Hip Hop, the Golden Dove. Set that as your favorite, and we'll be on there.
I like that Golden Dove.
We'll be on there.
It's where it fitted.
So that's what's up. All right, recap last episode. We had Caleb McCoy with us, founder of The Oak, the one of a kind.
Mm-hmm.
He chopped it up about Rito, his newest project that's out right now. We shared some music videos and music. It was dope. It was dope having him on. It was dope. He's a smart kid, man, and he's passionate about what he does.
Dropped mad gems.
And so if you guys are interested in stuff like that, like just want to know about music and just some tips and stuff like that, or just interested in Caleb McCoy, go check out that episode. Talked a little bit about PR celebrating victory.
Yeah, man.
With their protests.
They got the mayor to step down.
Yep. One of Brent's favorite artists, NF.
One of Brent's favorite artists.
Yeah, NF.
He took the gun out and took shots.
And hand claps for Flames too. And PR and NF. Actually, everybody's winning. Hand claps for all those that I just mentioned. Flame wins 2.78 million lawsuit
for the lawsuit
he won.
with Katy Perry.
Flame
and
won.
Nothing was clear. So it just says that he won the case. So I also think he's going to be making royalties forever on that track, probably in the producer capacity. Since it was production that was taken.
Agreed to a settlement.
But that's not what happened. They said the judge ruled in his favor, and they ruled in the plaintiff, which was the copyright.
Right.
So he won the case for copywriting. So now they have to forcibly put him as producer because that's his beat. That's his project. Is his production.
That's lit, bro. That's fine.
So I think he's gonna be getting paid ongoing as well. That's like a percentage.
Long term, yeah. And I was talking to Gil, I was like, if that's the case, the record label is gonna just take it off all the platforms, all the streaming services and everything.
And why would they do that when it's one of her hits?
Long term,
they would never do that.
I mean, they want to make that money. So
it makes more sense to just have him get some royalties, I see you. I'm saying a percentage, than to completely remove the song and have them lose out on that money. Facts. Especially now that whole thing happened, I bet you their streams went up.
Yeah,
just because of that, because now people want to hear the difference between his song and Flames.
Patrick says Flame deserves the victory on that.
Oh, for sure.
Facts. Absolutely.
For sure. He's chilling.
And that song, that Flame song, that Joyful Noise,
that's a fire track.
That was a banger.
Yeah.
If there was any track to steal from,
that was a banger.
That was definitely one of them.
Yeah,
that song still goes hard for me.
I mean, if they took it, that's what happens. That's just the law. So hand claps for Flame. That's what's up. That's a victory.
I think it's crazy though that they only show Katy Perry's face. Like she's the one that jacked it. She didn't go on the internet looking for Flame's Joyful Noise beat. Like, come on.
She had no idea.
She had no clue. But I know that producer on that team is fired.
Facts.
2.78 million loss. Gone. Answer to that. Also, where did you get that beat? See what had happened was.
Oops. But I mean, that's a common thing though, bro.
My mom was listening to some
actually
music
a common
in the car
thing because
on our way to church.
Hip hop started with samples.
Yeah.
Like none of us knew how to, none of us were musicians when it first started. It was all the DJs were cutting up the records and they were doing on the breakdown of the records. And that's when the B-boys started, breakdancing and Deuce started MCing, which was the host of the parties and the events. And he just pumped up the crowd.
Yeah.
And then eventually he started adding some swag to it. And some were trying to beat the other guy. Like, what's going to make me stand apart from him? They start rhyming. And that's where you get, you know, the battles and the rap. Anyway,
You drop
you know,
it.
anyway, look at Ebro. Look at Ebro.
You said what?
Ebro over here.
He's like dropping
Ebro in the
gems.
morning over here. Oh man,
Taking you back to history class.
Yo, look at proud
The
Ebro.
Bronx.
Oh yeah, you gotta be careful because
that's
Brent
funny.
is like the Shane of hip hop.
No, I'm not.
How Shane was all
The
about,
Shane of hip hop.
Yeah, because Shane was like he came with it with the knowledge of the scriptures, but Brent knows his stuff.
Of course he does, man. He was
Right.
Brand
Tell
knows
Mario
his-
that.
he was birthed into hip hop,
Tell
bro.
Mario that.
Yo, tell him about the
I
story
came
when
up
you
with
when you
Shell
came
Girls.
through, like when you were birthed and you just straight spinning on his head, came out spinning on his
Yo,
head, bro.
I
Who
had
did? Brent.
Yeah.
You broke dance like that?
No, it came
Right
out the womb, spinning on his head.
4-fingered ring and all.
I didn't catch that.
I had the
Came
4-fingered
out
ring.
the womb doing
He came out the
windmills.
womb doing, and then he posed
That's
at the end.
crazy. And then he posted.
Yeah, I had that Grandmaster Flash outfit
You know,
He came out the womb like
came out the womb.
on. Had the leather
wearing
jacket
flat.
with the tassels.
They'd be like, oh my goodness, my son is hip hop from the womb. Look at him go. Head spins right out the womb. He was beatboxing in there.
Yeah, he said, "My son hip-hop out of the womb."
Yo, when they did the ultrasound, he had the beat machine and headphones on.
Oh my god. The nurse, everybody's
Yo,
producing a beat.
Homeboy came out with an album. It was called From the Womb.
Dang.
Yo!
Dang.
My bad. All right. I'll stop.
Wow.
On the next segment,
Mario's
Don't give
believing
us
his own-
artist tips.
You believe in your own legend right now. He's in the fields right now.
Yo! All right. Artist
All right, do it.
tips. Artist
Let's go.
tips.
That we
Real
already
talk.
there? I think we
Yeah.
need to pump the brakes, bro. We kind of
No, because
I feel
we
like
got,
this is
you know
getting
why?
rapid
You know
fire.
why? You know why? No, because we are going to sit and talk about some things.
I know, but dang, bro, we already at artist tips.
Yeah, man. Because after this, I'm gonna share a track. You want me to go through it for you? You want me to go through the plan?
I'm
we
trusting.
we originally
I'm trusting
had?
you. I'm just like, geez, we're already there.
Yo, Brett,
I'm going with the flow.
go with the flow.
Let's
Feel
just-
me out, my dude.
When
All right, I'm
topics
with it.
pop up, I'm like,
yes,
let's.
Brett knows that
let's
this
do
is
some-
Brett. Yeah, Brett is patiently waiting
Yeah.
for me to get through the stuff we
He's
gotta get
salivating.
through,
He's
so we
salivating.
can
He's like-
so we can do some deep
In my
dive.
head, I'm just like,
Come on, let's get to the subject, man. Let's get to the subject. I feel you. I feel you.
something.
So artist
Okay.
tips. Let's get there.
Artist tips, please.
And Mario had to have all these
Yo,
people frolicking and what is this?
I thought that would be a dope visual of artists working together. I think that's a.
So these are a bunch of rappers.
what
That's,
font is that?
I think these. Yo,
That's the name
What
of that font.
font is
time out.
that?
I think these are
That's
the top.
disgusting.
I think these are the top 50 CHH rappers coming together.
All 50 right there. They're collaborating right now. Damn, somebody is really happy about their lyrics. They're legit, both legs in the air, knees up. Like that guy is
what
having the
is
best
happening?
6
That one's running right there, bro.
That's the dude when he
Yo,
like
that
spits
was
the
for-
verse and feels himself so much that
Are
he
you
walks
kidding me?
away.
That's the dude who took the bag. He was like, "Yo,
Took
I
the
got it.
bag.
I'm gone.
these guys don't know I took this deal over here."
Crazy.
My bad. I killed the vibes.
Unreal.
So
Unreal.
this-
I'm just disgusted by this font that you chose.
that wasn't a font, dude. That was a picture. I found a picture. I thought this is the greatest way to express partnerships, collaborations,
Oh wow.
and affiliations.
Mm.
Bro, it looks like
That's what we on right
So
now.
let me ask you: every time we got
Artist
a partner,
tip.
did you jump up like that with your
Gems.
knees up and your hands up in the air,
Gems.
with like you were holding pom poms?
Listen, this is the.
Is that how you? Is that how you reacted when
I
you got
looked
on
up
a partnership?
collaboration and I found, you know,
Like, Gil, we got
I found it.
GH3.
it's the type of thing they would use for like an
I found a
outreach
top-
event in the hood.
the outreach.
Yo,
event.
and on the poster, everyone's so happy. It's like,
That's the flyer. Those are
Right?
on the flyers, bro.
Right, for real.
And there's a church in the background.
yo,
Oh my god!
And a shining light, a beacon of hope in the city.
pancake breakfast.
That's
yo,
what it is.
stop.
Pancake.
We
All
gotta
right,
stop
my bad.
roasting our peeps.
All right, no,
Yo.
real talk.
Yeah.
No, that's not good.
Well, for real, I've probably seen a poster like that.
We can't go do that. But for real, I didn't see that.
And there's the clip.
And on the bottom it says, "Go by
all
the
right.
back door."
So check it out. Partnerships, collaborations,
Yeah.
affiliations.
Mm.
So I was just thinking,
Yep.
last week we talked about networking and
Mhm.
building, you know, together. This is kind of like goes hand in hand with it. And it's equally important. Even the Bible talks about like, do not forsake the fellowship, you know, come alongside with each other, weep for one another, encourage one another. outdo one another in doing good for one another.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when we talk about CHH and Christian hip hop, you would think that some of the things in the Bible kind of apply for what we're doing in hip hop as well.
Fact.
That's why I'm bringing it up. I got to clarify because I think some people.
Also, you're speaking to a specific situation.
I'm speaking to everybody. I'm saying like as a Christian hip hop like artist, I'm saying like because part of our desire is to want to make it grow. That's why we're doing the artist tips and whatnot. And so thinking of collaborations, partnerships, and stuff like that, things that we've been experiencing with networking and building, and sharing that along the way. So with this, when it comes to like collaborations, partnerships, affiliations, you got to understand there is a way that people define each category. And we're not going to deep dive into that. We're just encouraging you to do these things and look for opportunities to do these things. Do your own due diligence and study up on what the actual terms really mean, and make sure that you clarify with anybody that you're seeking to do a partnership with, a collaboration with, or an affiliation with. And you need to know that you clearly understand all three, like what is expected with all three. Because the last thing you want is somebody saying, okay, I want to be an affiliate. What does that mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And you're like, I don't know. give me a shout out on Twitter. Like, what are you asking
if you're an
for,
artist and you're seeking for these opportunities, the reason why it's important is because you're trying to come across as a professional. You're trying to come across as someone who knows what they're doing. That you're trying to just build. Now, if you don't even know the terminology, like for an example, affiliate, and you're like, I want to be an affiliate, and you have no clue what you're asking for, that means you don't know what's expected of you. You don't understand what you're expecting from them. Like there's just no kind of communication there, and all they're gonna do is say, oh, you want to be an affiliate? Cool, let's sign here, do this, you're an affiliate.
Right.
Now what does that mean? So you want to cover all those bases to make sure you know what you're getting yourself into,
right,
at whatever capacity that is.
And if you have to bring in professional help, that's what you got to do. So if somebody presents you something like with a contract and you don't understand what these points are, what is this about? What's these, overseas, royalties and all these percentages? What in the world? You know what I'm saying? That's when you got to get professional help. Don't sign something you don't understand.
I think when it comes to business, it's just wise to be thorough.
Facts.
Just be thorough. Ask yourself what you know, what you don't know. Just be thorough so that way you're just aware of. You don't want to be had in the process of business. You don't want that business to benefit someone else more than you. So it's wise that you're just thorough and you know more than you actually really need to know.
Right.
So that way.
Right.
You can optimize.
Even when you think you know.
Right. Yeah.
Keep doing your due diligence and studying up. And make sure that you're extra clear. Ask a lot of questions. Just be wise, but seek for it. You should be actively looking for those opportunities as well, because they're not going to just come falling on your lap. You gotta put work in as well. And that's one of the main things that I've been learning, man, along this way, because we never were scooped up by anybody. You know what I mean? And part of that was our own decisions too. Because we wanted to be independent and have that flexibility to do whatever we wanted to do, whether it's work on a film, a skit, another project, whatever.
And it's hard work. It's hard work too. Like, it's not just because it's a partnership doesn't mean that now you get less responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Because now you're not just carrying your brand, but now you're carrying someone else's brand.
Right.
Just as much as you're making sure you're looking good, you can't just be reckless.
Right.
There's
because then you mess up that partnership.
Facts.
So it's not easy. There's hard work behind the scenes. Like, you guys don't see everything, but Marrio's distributing, cutting, pasting. Like, it's a lot of work because everybody has their specifics as well.
Right.
The partnerships have their requirements that you need to fulfill if you want that relationship to continue. You know.
So like a collaboration is like you have a skill set that I need, so let's do something together.
Sort of like bartering almost.
Where a partnership is we're all in on everything together.
Right. So we split.
So a collaboration is like, hey man, I'm building a house. I'm not a plumber, so I'm gonna need you to run the pipe. So that's a collaboration.
Yep.
And affiliate is more like bringing attention
to
to
so
whatever.
Like I am affiliated with these individuals. So that could be like a lot of people. What they do is it's
like a source.
They'll give you like a discount through their website.
Right.
Yep.
You know, actually, our partners. Can we get those? Can we do official like Marrio Esco Live? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, get your merch at is
it Marrio Esco 30? You know, got 30% off.
GOP or at you know, the Bar Podcast and put in Marrio Esco Live and then boom.
We apologize for the unprofessionalism.
You know what I'm saying?
Of giving you business tips and calling you out there on the
No, I'm saying like that would be, you know,
put a disclaimer.
Can we get the discount tips? That's how you do proper partnerships.
But that's an affiliate though. You know what I mean?
What not to do.
That's how you get an affiliate. You give them an incentive to promote you.
Right.
And it brings traffic to their product or their website through a code that is specialized to you.
Or you can have an affiliate tab on your website.
Yep.
And cross promote your brand's websites on your website.
Usually when you have an affiliate, it's something that like someone else is interested. It's like, all right, I do this kind of business, but what would help me is that guy does that kind of business.
Yeah.
And I want his customers too, because we both need each other. Yeah. So you're like, all right, we'll have some sort of affiliation so that way we can double or cross promote.
If you think about it, that's you're bringing attention.
Right.
Yeah. It all comes
But it's not
down
normally like a collaboration would, you know, infer that there's some sort of minor contract involved too. You know what I'm saying? But like an affiliate, there's not normally a contract involved. It's just more like a verbal agreement on something.
Or like an agreement you put on, you know, through Facebook
without the bridge.
Whatever. Yeah. Like you click on the agreement, the terms of whatever.
Yeah, you can usually cut those contracts.
Yeah. Facts. So that was dope. I didn't expect us to do, you know, that was a dope deep dive.
It was.
I love it.
It wasn't too crazy either. That was to the point.
Yep. Easy, simple.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why are you laughing, Brent? Like if you
pictures rolling through my head because you was like, yo, we deep dive on that one. I just pictured you coming up to the mic all wet, like, deep diving. You just like soaked, man, soaked in wisdom, bro.
There was a lot of thinking there.
Deep diving. Come up with some air right
calling
now.
Me a dummy right now. Like, oh man, it's doing a lot of thinking. Like my brain is on overdrive. There you go, artist.
I don't even feel like it was a deep dive. I think it was just like a regular.
It wasn't.
That's one of the reasons I'm
saying. I know.
That's why you laugh.
I know it was simple. I know it was like surface level stuff.
Man, I was thinking about my daughter today.
What I mean,
deep dive.
You know what? I guess now I got to define it because now you guys are doing that. What I mean to express when I say deep dive is like really going in depth and thinking about a solution for this. That's what I mean. Oh. Like usually I want to just kick it and just laugh and bug out, but I'm like, all right, this segment.
Give solutions. We just defined it.
I know, but it was like apart from this part, like just chilling and talking and laughing, like
yeah, I feel that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you get it?
Yeah. I still don't think it was a deep dive though.
I don't think he believes you. I've seen his face.
He don't believe me. He's like, bro, no. He was like, you think that we've like really dove in and like really whatever. Here's a track, Off Season. My dude Caleb McCoy, love this brother.
Are we going?
Yeah. I was like, give me an East Coast beat. Want some hip hop. Nah, I just played it. Ain't that serious. He was having a beat sale. I was like, oh, I like this. Yeah. Back up in the bag inside my bag. Holy Spirit, put the order up in my crab. God, help me focus on things that will last. Humble me when I'm conceited, only one reason to brag. You brag you don't got friends, but just acquaintances. Well, maybe it means you don't know how to have relationships. Don't get me wrong, man, I ain't knocking a smaller circle. But sometimes it turns out you were the toxic person. Man, that can be scarier than the condom bursting. And knowing that you riding dirty when the cops are searching. And knowing that you gotta hurry when your watch is broken. Man, I just wanna play my role until they drop the curtain. Yeah, so I'll just be running my race and I'm bringing something to say, but it's in the humblest way. I mean, I can study for days and still go and fumble to play, because planning for the fight is easy till you get punched in the face. Cause life happens and we can't avoid it. Time passes and we can't ignore it. Bills keep coming even when we can't afford it. So last thing I'll do is focus on what ain't important. Pacing to the prize, I'm taking it in stride. I'm praying to be wise and really use this brain between my eyes. I hate when I go blind, erasing all the lies and breaking off the ties of anything that's fake or a facade. I'll bake it in the fire. Cause I could be lost in a maze, or on the block breaking blocks, getting caught in a raid. I know my God, he can save, and nobody out of his league. Providing grace so great it'll probably make a toddler behave. Well, maybe not what every mama would say, but this the same guy that'll tell you come alive in your grave. Or anyone who's crying, afraid, shy, or ashamed, or locked in a Feeling overused like a popular phrase, no caps. Hold that, I think I just fell off my rhyme pattern. It don't quite matter, I'm your acting flight captain. Will never land, no Mike Jackson. Holy Ghost, my life jacket. When I'm lacking and time passing and lights flashing in live action. To write a passage is my rite of passage. And God'll always play the hero, he don't mind getting typecasted. Yeah, he'll forever be the same. I know this life is complex, but his truth is simple and plain. Caesar.
Fire. That
was fire.
That's a banger.
Caleb McCoy.
And that was the video that he was filming recklessly because he was filming.
Oh, that's the one that he was filming, driving, and
he was doing unadvised driving.
He was doing all that. Yeah.
While shooting.
Is that could that be illegal? Ministering while driving?
Wow.
That'd be a ticket.
Like, if the Lord said it, no.
Oh, wow. You gotta hit the gas.
Yo.
Go. He was ministering while driving.
Go.
You gotta go. Go.
What happened?
Yo, Jebs.
I missed that. What happened?
Jebs,
it was
man.
an unspoken agreement.
Wow. It was, that's a partnership you don't want to have. You know, you gotta.
But yo, for real, that album's pretty lit, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Fine.
I've been banging it since last Tuesday.
Oh man, yeah. No, I have too. I was in the car, but for some reason my kids they like poppy stuff.
Yeah.
So they're like, "Can you turn that weird stuff off?"
My kids too.
I'm like, "What?" Because he's talking, like, you know, because they need the melody with the music. They don't understand the concept of somebody having a cadence, like a speaking cadence over a beat.
No,
they don't like it. They don't
like
it.
Well, it gotta be simple too. It gotta be real simple.
Isn't that what rap is? Like that's
well, it is now.
It's a speaking cadence over a beat. You know,
K-pop is a thing. That's one thing I just don't. Huh? Exactly. No, but
K-pop.
It's Korean pop music. So they're straight singing in Korean, and these people go
shout out to
nuts,
Benjamin,
and they don't even speak Korean. I'm like, you don't even know what he's saying.
You know what's funny is because people in other countries listen to music from America all the time,
true.
But we don't listen to any other music. Like
that's true. You know what? I take that back.
I don't even know how to get into because I don't understand it culturally or like language.
But
they don't know what we're saying, but they love our music.
I would have to watch a video to understand it more deeply, but like I couldn't listen to another music with a foreign language.
I never thought about it in that way, though.
It's hard.
That you don't understand, you're saying?
Right, yeah.
But sometimes, like, you hear, like, you ever hear those, like, orchestra songs with other language, but you can appreciate the sound, like the beauty and the singing and all that, the arrangement and all that. Yeah, like, some stuff you can appreciate.
On a good night, yeah.
On a good night.
When I'm feeling sophisticated.
Oh, yeah.
And I had some whiskey. And
I love that whenever he talks about sophistication, he has to use that accent. You know, whenever I get sophisticated,
I need the cigar.
When he becomes
of wine.
Somehow he becomes Beast from X-Men.
Legit. I understand why the accent plays
hanging upside down reading a book.
I felt like somehow,
that'd be fly if I could do that, bro.
Like somehow he had a goblet. He had already
hanging upside down. Like Beast from X-Men reading the Bible. I could so see Brent doing that. I don't know why. I can so see him doing it. My bad.
I don't always listen to music with foreign languages, but when I do,
oh, man. Here he goes.
I do it with the Dos Equis.
I do it with Dos Equis.
Man.
The least interested man in the world.
Goodness, there really is nothing to segue into.
That's why I was saying, why are you going so fast?
No, because I want to segue into this, because there is nothing to segue into.
Okay. Well, it's a beautiful
part of the reason why there is nothing to segue into is because do we really want to do top 50 list of rappers?
Nah, I'm good with that, man.
No.
It seems like everybody wants to know who the top 50 is.
Oh, for who? Christian hip hop?
For every hip hop. They want to know who the top 50 is.
Christian hip hop would be more like a top 18. I didn't even know
there was 50.
18. Top 18?
There's not that many.
Hold on. Any CHH fans
I didn't even know there was a top 50.
Does anybody have a list? So
like 50? That's a big number.
I don't know.
50.
That's a stretch, bro.
That's a big number.
Okay, do we know if anybody... First of all, talking on this subject alone is kind of like bothers me. But...
And no disrespect to CHH rappers out there. If there is 50, my bad. I'm just not well cultured, I guess.
But if we're going to talk about the top 50, if we're going to... exactly like what Brent's saying. Can you really have, like, who would be within the top 50? Like, what kind of categories
You have
do
to
you
have an
here?
expansion draft.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So
Like,
what would that look like?
They'd get
An
like
expansion.
merit, honor, and merit, like honorable mentions for like 30 through 50.
Honorable
mentions.
Honorable mentions.
Wait, what?
Well, there's a
30 through
lot of
50.
like old Christian hip hop heads that y'all probably never heard too. Or
That's
a lot
what
of
I'm
people
saying.
in
I may
general.
not be, you know what I'm
But-
saying, well versed.
Well, they
And
just-
I'm sure there's people out there who are like,
right.
you know, CHH. What is the word I'm looking for?
Fanatics?
Yeah, like aficionado, and will be like, "What are you talking about? I can name 50 in the 90s."
Right.
So it depends on what 50 you're
50
talking
in
about.
the 90s. You're not
Like, I don't know. I'm just
right
saying.
now
like,
off the now
it
Brent,
could be.
Brent, how long you been following Christian hip hop?
I haven't been following
Since,
that long,
like,
so that's why I don't know a lot.
Okay, this is good. We need Brent to open up.
Like 2002.
2002, you've
I
been
just graduated high school.
I wasn't even a
That's true.
believer.
Fact.
I wasn't a Christian
2003,
yet.
maybe?
I wasn't
Maybe
a Christian yet.
2003 because like I couldn't really find any for a while. And when I got saved, I was like, how come there's no like dudes rapping about Jesus? There's like almost every other genre, country, rock, almost.
That's just a funny question
like-
to ask.
like
I ain't
culture-
nobody rapping.
But
about
culturally,
it.
I'm like, how come nobody like
Nobody-
I can't
yeah.
find Christians that just rap? And I always thought it was like weird. And then the only thing I knew about that was somewhat popular was DC Talk, and I was like, and I'm a hip hop head, and I was like,
Nah.
it wasn't
I
doing
ain't
it for me.
doing that.
It wasn't doing it for me. I'm not knocking them as artists or their talent level, but
Yeah.
as far as hip hop, it wasn't for me. But the first three Christian hip hop albums I heard was Deep Space 5. Deep Space 5.
Way over my head.
Yeah.
Deep space for me. Super deep space.
I think that album was called the Night That They Called It a Day.
The night that they called it a day.
That's it.
There's some sick
That's the
lyricism
name
on there.
of it.
But yo, Christian hip hop has that know. It's a dope album.
Those are the real
Corey
ones.
Red and Precise, Resistance is Futile, and all the Street Prophecy mixtapes.
Look at this dude.
Wow.
Yo, I am Brent's manager. Nobody is taking Brent
What
for
are you
their
talking
little
about?
CHH platforms.
Oh my.
Okay.
And Ambassadors.
He's with Marrio Esco Live.
Christology.
Okay.
And it,
Go ahead. Because
Ambassadors
this dude
Christology
is
album.
an expert. Go.
I'm not an expert.
Yes, you are. Because you're breaking it down right now. I bet you like some dudes are listening right now and like, yes, finally, somebody who actually knows something about Christian hip hop.
Coming to this show looking
And my
for
buddy-
CHH this whole time. And finally, somebody.
Yo, my buddy gave me the Ambassador. Like he ripped it. It's like you didn't even have the computers to efficiently do it yet.
Wow.
He was just like he like ripped it on like
you are
the
like
dual disc thing on the
hardcore
stereo. But
Christian hip hop. So
He
you
gave-
came out from the womb spinning on your head with a Bible.
no.
Listening to Lecrae.
Listen to Lecrae.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You know we talked about it. You know what kind of life I
You're like the
live.
John the
Prior
Baptist,
to my conversion.
John the Baptist spirit. Leaping for joy from the womb.
You just jealous. You just jealous.
He came out the womb with Christian hip hop.
Be hating. I came out the womb with sandals, not
Oh,
Timberlands.
wow.
Oh my god.
I've been walking with the Lord ever
I feel,
since.
like, I feel like you had that beard too somehow, even as a baby. I
Man.
feel like you still came out with that beard.
With the beard and everything. Like
Man, it
beast.
took me
Go
a
ahead.
minute to grow this beard.
All right, go ahead. No, my bad. So Ambassador, you said you had to strip it from a certain computer.
Yeah, so those were the first three albums.
to like
I
write a
peeped.
program to get the music.
Those were the first three albums.
Nice.
What else?
Was it ADAT?
I still had
What?
cassettes at that time.
It was ADAT tape. What kind of?
Bro.
Yeah.
You say
Wow.
ADAP?
ADAT. It's a studio thing. My bad, Gil. But go ahead.
Oh,
So-
wait.
All right, how much can I elaborate
I know
on
what you're
my
talking about.
first three albums? How much elaboration
That's
do you want?
no. Come on. So you saw that happen. You got
Okay.
interested in Christian hip hop.
How much Christian hip hop is there? So you asked me when I started listening.
Yep.
Around
So now
2003.
so this is around like I'm getting a sense now. Are any of these that you got introduced to a part of your top 50 or 18 CHH list?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you pull off a top 50 list?
No. I could probably name quite a few, but I can't pull up a top 50.
You know
it would
what?
have to be more than 50.
You know what I hate? You know what I hate? You know what I can't stand? So we say top 50 and automatically people, instead of like categorizing in order of like real skill and whatnot, like people automatically go to the most talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Mean like the most famous?
Yeah, they go to the top guy.
Yeah.
And they make their list based on the most
Who got the most
first.
noise?
Because not hating. Look, I'm not hating.
Are you putting a disclaimer?
I'm not hating at all. I have no place to hate at all. First of all, it's ridiculous, and I know that. Like, I'm being real.
Where's the disclaimer that
somebody says I'm not hating is because they're about to hate.
But aside from me being a rapper, that's what sucks, you know, because I'm a rapper, so they're gonna automatically do this to me. Aside from me being a rapper, who do you think is number one on everybody's list right now, automatically at the same time?
NF.
I
was gonna say Lecrae, but
thank you. He's just being stubborn because he knows it's Lecrae. He knows it's Lecrae.
Crayola, man. Crayola's nice though.
Everybody. Hey, okay. Ready? Watch this. I'm gonna bug you guys out.
He be coloring them pictures.
Hold up. I'm gonna bug you. Hold up. I'm gonna bug you guys out, and I'm gonna bug all my audience out right now. I feel like I'm a magician, straight up.
Pull the rabbit out
Ready?
the hat, man.
I'm gonna pull the rabbit out the hat right now.
All right. Wave the wand. Let's go.
When you associate Lecrae with a secular rapper, who is it?
Whoa.
When you associate Lecrae with a secular rapper, if you could compare, who is it?
Compare?
Yep. Who is it? What artist comes to your head right away? I know I got a few of you out there. I know I got a few of you out there with that one. When you think of impact, when you think of skill, when you think of what he represents for the CHH culture all together in one package, and you needed to compare him
you ain't gonna
with somebody.
Say Jay-Z.
I was gonna say Jay-Z.
All I did was broke down. All I did was broke down.
Well, you gave us a lot more descriptive words to work with.
But people will automatically think of these things and associate into a category. I'm just thinking of the process of the brains. Impact, skill in our genre, top dog, most influence, and automatically the brain process goes Jay-Z. Bam. So now he's number one on the list because of all those things. Not skill, because of all those little subcategories that they put together. Bam. Lecrae is the Jay-Z of CHH, so he automatically goes on number one on CHH list.
I'm with you. I can see that.
I'm just saying facts.
No, that's a fact.
Is that not a fact?
That's a fact.
So who comes two?
Fired up for that one.
Who comes two? Who comes number two?
I'm gonna say because of the limelight, Andy Mineo.
Oh, okay.
Because he's the one that gets
now this is not our
most.
list. This is not our list. This is based off of what? Off of what
the next Christian
what we expect
rapper?
the most people are gonna do, right?
Yeah.
The next Christian hip hop.
Like, yeah, based off
Biz.
of that process. I was thinking Biz too.
Right.
I was based off of that mindset, and you see it time and time again. Whenever you see your favorite rappers go, who do you see time and time again?
I think it's because it's one of those things.
Bizzle, again, not hating. Them dudes are doing their thing. They're doing
those dudes are nice.
I'm just trying to think critically and like try to analyze.
But you know what? Sometimes it's out of sight, out of mind type thing too, because they might get more attention.
Where does Jay Monty go on your list?
Jay Monty?
Ooh.
I haven't really listened enough of Jay Monty to make that declaration.
I think Jay Monty is slept on.
I think he's definitely up in the top 5.
I think he slept on.
He slept on.
Top 5.
Yeah.
How old is Jay Monty?
Yeah.
Top
Lyrically,
5.
I think he'll even give it to Lecrae.
Top 5.
Lyrically.
Jay Monty.
Yeah. What'd you say?
Top 5. He said top 5.
Wait, who said top 5? Gil?
Yeah, I would
You put Jay Monty top 5?
He can spit.
Okay, wait. Are you creating your list? Because I am not creating my list.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't
creating my list.
I wouldn't put him all the way down in like the 20s and 30s and 40s.
I should definitely be top 50 at least.
48.
Top 48.
He put me at 48. He put me at 40.
You can still get a humble brag.
You know what's
that's top
messed
50 out of 53.
Wait.
Yeah, that's a dope diss when you allow the person to assume what you already said.
Time out. See how my brain
top
works?
48.
I want you to know how my brain works.
All right.
He said top 48, so he put me at 48, right?
Yep.
Near 50, right? Let's negotiate. And he said he can't name no more than 18 CHH artists. So how do you can't name more than 18 CHH artists, and you put me at 48.
So there's like at least 30 imaginary dudes that are ahead of you.
This dude put me at 48, and he has to think really hard.
There's 30 imaginary dudes that are better than you.
There's somewhere there. There's somewhere between.
I'm counting all the dudes that rap at youth events that
crazy.
ain't never had an album come out. So,
dang, and you ain't never heard him.
Only heard him once.
Heard Mario.
Only heard him once.
48. That's crazy.
Yo,
that's like the most polite way to say you're trash.
Yo, bro.
No, that's not a level up. That's the wrong
catchy.
Yo, he said you're trash in the most polite way possible.
Wow. That's so I'm 48 on his list.
Yeah.
Welcome, Chris Busker.
Yep, I'm 48 on his list. All right, so Gil.
Yeah, I'm not making a list. I'm just saying.
Hold on, one more time. Who comes third? I already know. No, come on.
No idea.
Just give a thought. Come on.
I don't know.
Third?
Bro. No idea.
Yeah, you do. You just don't want to play no more.
No, I have an idea.
Give me
some time. Ask Gil. Give me some time to think.
Hear it. No, don't even. No, I don't want to hear it.
Based on what's happening right now?
No, based on the list that we're creating based off of how we're thinking.
You're going to say NF's got to be up there. Do we beat Chance?
See, why is it that... Okay, real talk.
Chance, dude.
Real talk.
Like, you have to give him the respect he deserves.
Mr. Busker, what up, man? We already did the artist tip, man.
Yeah, man, you missed it.
Mr. Boss. Mr. Busker. Shout out to Mr. Busker.
The man with the roar.
So... Man, I lost my train of thought. I was going to ask you about... Okay. The list.
Yeah, the third person. I said NF. And then you thought about some stuff,
let me ask you this.
And then forgot what
Real talk. When you say the best, like, are we talking like... We're talking all those categories.
No,
well, right now, I thought you were talking about the most achieved and most recognized.
All right. No. I'm saying this is what people... I can see people assuming this based off of impact and all these things, and then they want to compare to something that they're familiar with, which is hip-hop, and then that's how they associate... That's how they associate the whole category.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Based on the culture, but real talk, say NF would be third.
I get you, but let me change the subject real quick.
Okay.
Where does reformed CHH come into the picture with these categories? When do they come in?
I don't think they ever come to play in regards to this, because reform always excludes themselves from anything related to, Lecrae and all those other artists that are in the limelight. They're always like coming at their necks and completely disassociating themselves from that circle. You know what I mean?
Not only that, it's just
it's hard to lump them in.
The topic matter is
they're not in there.
A lot more in depth about the Christian life, the Bible, and those things.
Exactly.
So even though someone might not even believe in Jesus, they might listen to Lecrae because he doesn't pump it 24/7 in all of the tracks.
Yeah.
So they might be comfortable with that level of it. But you try to hand them a disc with like Shy on there or something, and they're gonna be like, "I'm good. I've done it before."
But let me ask you something.
Yeah.
When we're thinking of categories and lists, like when we're thinking CHH and impact, because we should be able to measure. All right, like you should be able to analyze and measure and look at stats, because that's how you judge the improvement of a market, let's say, like a specific niche.
Yep.
Like somebody, all of us together collectively should be looking at numbers, and not that it's all about numbers and vanity metrics and nothing like that. It can be sinful, so I'm not talking about that. But what I'm talking about is actual analytics to show progress and where we're going. Especially if you come to, let's say, potential investors and people that, or even churches that are looking for impact and looking for your ministry to go out there and want to give to your ministry. Where's your impact? Like it should be respectful. You should desire to prove your impact and show that. You should have some sort of ability to calculate that. Is all I'm saying. Not because of vanity, but just maturity and being respectful with money, time management, this, that, and the other, right? Like that's just maturity, right?
Right.
So when we think about that and lists, bringing that full circle, where do you see the reform guys within CHH? It's almost like these lists don't even interact yet. Everybody's claiming CHH. Well, Lecrae's case is different, but with other artists that are,
clarify your question, like where?
So where if we talk CHH, like just CHH, you're saying, okay, can we all agree is Lecrae CHH? Yes or no?
To me, yeah.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. I mean, he even himself, even though he says that he's not a Christian artist and he doesn't put himself, he still categorizes his music through iTunes and all other platforms
as Christian
in
music.
The same
same category.
He's never left
faith-based, whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Boom. Is NF CHH?
Yeah.
I honestly don't know if he's categorized like musically. You know what I'm saying? Like Lecrae is. I don't know how his music is categorized, because if he doesn't categorize it as that, and I have to go into the secular batch of music to find it, then technically he's not a Christian rapper in the form of the way the genre depicts it. Like,
Right.
he's not talking about faith.
Right.
So he wouldn't be categorized, I guess,
Right.
in that genre. But he's a Christian and he raps.
Yeah.
So I guess by definition, he is a Christian rapper. But according to the guidelines and how they categorize music and how we consume it, he's not a Christian rapper.
Well, how about this? There's a guy that raps, right? You can't tell that he's a believer, but he's mad positive. He has good social commentary.
Yeah.
You can't tell that he's a believer. And then someone tells you he's a Christian. Automatically, he becomes a Christian rapper in the hip hop category to you. Does that normally happen? Someone say, "Oh, like when I heard of
That's
NF,
what happened with NF.
I didn't know exactly."
Isn't that what happened with Justin Bieber? That's my bad. I couldn't.
That did happen.
Man.
Because he's had all those controversies, and then he's been seen in church, and all of a sudden everybody's like, "Yo, he's Christian now."
I would say some people probably do assume.
Kanye? Are we going?
But
Are we going with Kanye West now? Like,
does that fit into our description of what CHH
okay,
is?
so NF. If you look at NF and you look at Kanye, which one would you categorize in CHH over the other? Like, you're leaning toward NF because of...
You're going to lean towards a person that publicly looks like they sin less. Basically, right?
Facts.
Let's just be real.
Yo,
that's as real as you can get.
Let's just be real, right?
That might be a gem. I don't know. I think
because we're judging the tree by its fruit. We're judging the tree by its fruit.
You know what? That
just
guy
be square.
looks less of a sinner than the other one.
So that one's a Christian. Yo, wow. Okay, so let's say, all right, Bizzle. Obviously, CHH, right? We're gonna say that's CHH.
Yo.
So obviously, you would categorize Shailene CHH, right? Obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So why, to me, maybe I'm assuming it, but why does it feel like to me from when I look at categories, any list that has like Bizzle, Lecrae, and all them on it, I like don't see the reformers. And then any list that have the reformers on it, like I barely see any of the other side. Like it's either like within heavy in reform CHH or heavy in,
because the argument for both sides is that you can, like, as far as the
why do they feel like they're
the
two
Bizzles
separate
and all
categories? They shouldn't be.
They're not like heavy in theology, so they're more about life with God and that type of capacity. Whereas the reformers are straight theology, scriptures, breaking down catechisms and all that within their rap. So one of the crew, the reformers are looking at them as they're not doing enough. And then they're looking at the reformers like, you're doing too much.
Right. And
that's the separation.
Sounds like a logical premise to me.
That's the separation.
Nah, Brent, you can't get away with that. What are your thoughts? Do you observe the same thing?
Yeah.
Like, do you agree with what I'm saying?
I see the same.
You can kind of see
a
separation.
Just in life, you just get people that are more serious about certain things.
What are you trying to say there?
No,
trying to say that
they're more serious about.
The other ones. I think we had this combo before.
No, I think
some are just kids having fun in the playground.
I think some dudes are more likely to just like always want to be in the word, and that's what comes out. Like I always used to say, some people are built for theological rap. You can't just try to be a theological.
So is
rapper.
that separate? That's
what
I'm saying.
I just think some people think in a certain way. Like that's how they think. They got the word. That's what means the most to them. They're focused on the word, and that's what's going to come out all the time. They don't care about expressing themselves in any other way or about having commentary on sports or politics or other
movies,
social matters, because to them the gospel matters to most, and they just want to be as as studious of their walk as possible, even in their music.
See, I think both exist. Like, I think both should exist. I just don't think there should be a divide. I don't think that they should be categorized in totally different things.
I think because of people, when people consume it, God draws people differently.
Yeah, true.
So like some person that might hear something that's like heavily theological, say they had a rough upbringing, they didn't graduate high school, like, you know, books and being studious wasn't their life, they had to survive. They might not have an in-depth knowledge of certain words or whatever. You know, like I'm not
like how to break down the scripture with verbs
so
and nouns.
You're gonna use like certain words. They're gonna be like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
So like, but they might hear something a little bit more easier to understand that kind of talks their language. They might hear a cray and they might be like, that gets their thoughts thinking about, you know what? Maybe there is a God. You know, this dude's talking some positive stuff. I need this right now, and he starts walking towards seeking God.
Yeah.
And wherever God meets him, God meets him. You know, God draws him.
Which is why I think it both exists. Just like no different than there's pastors that preach with a soft voice.
Yeah.
And then there's some pastors that preach loud, screaming, because they're very passionate. Does it mean that the guy who's calm is less effective than the guy who screams?
Charles Spurgeon would say that if you need to be a man with a big chest.
Oh, stop it.
You know, if you don't have the right lung capacity to speak to the people in the back of the church, you might not be called to be a pastor.
See, man, that right there, that comment right there is why people think reformers are nuts.
No, that's a real quote.
I know it is.
That's a real.
You're quoting it like if it's valid.
Wasn't Bernie Mac that said, "Say it with your chest"?
Say it with your chest.
That's what Spurgeon was trying to say.
He stole that straight from old Spurge.
You know,
say it with your chest, and if you can't,
he straight ganked him for that.
So you better
say
have
it with your chest, Mario.
You better have the lung capacity for that. In a way, he's kind of, I mean...
but he was talking about in a time when there was no microphones. Exactly. So you had to literally scream. And if you couldn't scream and you were like meek-mouthed, then you wasn't going to be able to preach to your congregation.
You can't do it.
He's like, how are you going to herald the word of God?
You can't even herald.
And you can't herald, bro.
If you had a Mike Tyson voice, you'd be like, no, turn to Romans 8:28.
How are you going to herald when you can't
Romans 8:28. We're
I just
going
wondering
to
if you could turn to that page quickly. We're about to get into the sermon.
You don't open your Bibles. I'm going to punch you in the face.
So yeah. I like that, man.
I think that's
I don't know what the conclusion
one of them
is,
thinks
but...
the other guys is too much. The other ones are saying they're not doing enough.
What's the conclusion?
So I just think that they both have a space, like Brent said. Both music is needed. Even now,
wouldn't it be dope?
Even now, there's mumble Christian rappers. I think even they're needed. There's a generation that likes that music. And
Jesus.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, but they heard that Jesus.
Yeah. That's the only word they got to get clear, right?
I'm just saying.
Whatever, man.
I don't know how to do it. So I know I sound like I'm making fun of it, but I actually like it.
Maybe.
It's the gift of tongues.
I like it. It sounds hilarious, but it speaks to a lot of people.
I need Google Translator for my
when you play it, you put the Google Translate to it.
There's a vibe. There's a vibe to it, man.
I love it. I like it. I actually love it. But I'm just saying that I think that there's a way to reach people in different ways, like Brent was saying. And I think they all have a space. And I think that it'll be super dope that if a CHH platform is to make a list, they should include all the rappers. And for them to try to say, oh, I didn't know. See, what do you mean, Shy Lynn? Who is this Shy Lynn? Like, come on. Like, all the reform rappers and just like even some of the upcoming rappers, they all know who they are. Like, it's not like they're completely oblivious. You know what I'm saying? So they could include all of them. Why they're not is the question.
I think it's like a universal. I'm just trying to understand the logic behind it because you see it time and time again where you have the most, talked about, the celebrity status, the touring artists. And then you have the reform guys on this side, and you have all them over there. But then there's another category. It's like pop almost. Like they're just coming out of nowhere, like a Steve Malcolm. Is Steve Malcolm on anybody's list? Like Steve Malcolm is killing it, bro. Like
he is killing
when
it.
I hear his music, I'm like, for me, it's enjoyable, good music, and we know the dude's a Christian.
Yep.
And he's just rapping about, you know, his life, things that it's more like surface level stuff, not deep in depth theological things. And it's more like I don't want to say pop sound, but it's more, you know, it kind of caters to different types, not just hip hop. You know what I mean? It's more, you can hear it on the radio.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, pop is just popular music.
So so I don't want to disrespect, you know what I mean?
It's not disrespectful, but he is considered like R&B, hip hop.
But I wonder,
pop.
I don't see that dude spoken
he kind
about.
of does all three. He even does reggae. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't see that dude spoken about like in the lists. Like it's always what we just said, like Lecrae, Bizzle, Dayton, this, that. But like I don't. Sometimes like Shinein will come into the list
too, though.
Hazakim, like they will come.
We just
gotta
understand that these dudes have bigger platforms and markets.
Yeah.
That's just how they're.
And they've been out longer.
That's how they
But
evolve.
you know
like
what?
Biz. I heard Biz in like I don't even a while ago, at least almost 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So Biz, it's not like it's been 3 years.
That's what I'm saying. Malcolm is new. He's only been out for maybe the last 5 years.
Christian hip hop, and you know
If
more than
that.
anything, it just takes a long. I mean,
That's
in the
what I'm
music
saying.
industry,
That's what I'm saying.
when we see people at the top, these are the exceptions to the rule. This isn't the norm. This is the exception to the rule. Lecrae is an anomaly, literally, no pun intended. But he's
Is that a gem? I don't know.
No.
Maybe that was just like a.
But I'm just saying,
a
like
level up. I don't.
no. But I'm saying he's an exception to the rule.
Or is it a? No, go ahead.
Oh my gosh.
He's an exception to the rule.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like there's probably thousands of people that rap and they rap about Jesus, but only one person. I mean, it's no one's fault that somebody gets more attention than somebody else.
What I'm saying is
So-
there should be a way for us to bridge these gaps a little bit more.
Right.
It just seems like everybody
Right.
is just standing to what they stand with, and I don't see a lot of
especially if it's about the
merging.
kingdom.
Yeah,
Especially if
facts.
it's about the kingdom.
Facts. I don't.
If it's about the kingdom and you ain't, if it's about the kingdom, then you should be helping other people branch out, help their own brand, get the word out. Like if you're like, yo, I love these dudes, they're good brothers. That's, you know what I'm saying?
First of all, shout out to our partners. So this is not like a thing on that, because there are some of you out
Right.
there that are looking to do that. So we're very thankful and honored for that. So
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to be going off on tangents to just point fingers or anything like that, because there are people doing that. But I want to utilize this platform to look at things that I observe that need to be addressed and corrected, because it's kind of frustrating, dude. Like I'm looking for media sites. I'm looking for stuff to talk about CHH. There's one week where a few episodes where we had nothing to really talk about. And I was just like, okay, somebody dropped an album and went on tour. Okay, another person dropped an album and went on tour. So what is this, like rinse, repeat? Like, is this
And
just
not that we're looking for gossip.
No. I mean, like movements,
saying, but
like
just
movements,
anything.
like this dude like partnered up with this, like all these partnerships. People like moving on. Oh, this movie just dropped, or this. How come actors? I don't see a lot of collaborations with like Christian actors and writers. Like I don't see a lot of. Lecrae did one time. He was on a few movies. Actually, you saw a movie with Lecrae in it.
Yeah, Breakthrough, I think it's
Okay.
it was called, with the young lady.
And that was a Christian film, right? It wasn't a.
Yeah, I mean the message was about God saving this young man's life that broke through.
So it's
ice
faith
and
based, is
almost
what I'm
died.
saying. It wasn't
Yeah.
like he was in a gangster movie. Rated R.
No.
well,
He was playing a worship leader. Look,
Lecrae does the one of the intros, one of the ESPN video.
Yep.
Like I think it's Sports Center in the morning.
Yeah.
Or one of
Oh,
those
that's
shows.
dope.
He writes that, and I think it was somebody. They had what's his name, Cannon on. He wrote a song as part of one of their little like mini
and they
series
had
or something too.
Yeah, and
So-
games, video games too. Like people's music on.
Yeah,
like the new.
Andy Minnie was on a ton of stuff.
Yeah, he's been on movies too.
He's been on a ton of
So
stuff.
that's what I'm saying. Like if we had, like here I am trying to look up the things that you're talking about,
Yeah.
and it's like I get frustrated because in the world I can just it's there. It's like I just go down a newsfeed and bum 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 bum. Hey, there it is. Everything's there, and then I have to do my due diligence. Like what like to see. I'm like searching for treasure. Like
You end up
this
on
is
the dark
most
web, bro.
hardest thing ever. Like,
But yo,
is
shout
anything
out-
moving? Like
Shout
Find
out
that
to Chris
one.
Buska at Rap Remnant that
Yeah.
he created that census.
yeah,
You know what I'm
facts.
saying?
Yep.
So that's something like now that
Things
we
like
could
that.
utilize.
That's dope. Yeah.
because we're looking for Christian artists, Christian businesses, Christian anything. He created a census where people can now, where you're looking for a media site or something like that, you could just go on his site and he has like a directory.
Yeah, it's like a database of.
Yeah, like a database.
Yeah.
It's dope. And that's the type of things that we need in order to bridge those gaps.
Facts.
So shout out to Rap Remnant.
That's definitely part of the solution. I think another thing too, and I'm going to just throw this out there. I think we got to recognize each other more.
Yeah.
Like, why are we not? It's almost like we're all running parallel in this race, but on our own individual tracks and acting like nobody exists in the tracks besides us. And yet we're all supposed to be co-laboring together. And on all our individual platforms, we're observing everything secular. Like we're observing everything. Nothing secular passes us. Nothing secular passes us. But we're like this with each other. I don't know he has a podcast over there, and I don't click on play and listen in my headphones and never like and share his stuff. Like, come on, man. Like, come on, man. We all see each other. You see the YouTube. Somebody's just uploaded this.
Yo, but real talk, bro, I'm kind of guilty of that too. Because I've never shared like another platform.
Oh man, no, I'm not saying that you got to share.
That's
but
similar to ours.
It would be dope to acknowledge like each other, like more talk toward one another.
What I mean. Like,
imagine like this podcast talked about that podcast, and we're all interacting with each other, and we all did these cross promotion things with. I mean, in a perfect world, right? We're not in heaven. It's a fallen world. Maybe it'll never happen, but it's a dope concept, and I'm going to put it out there. Wouldn't that be dope if we all acknowledged each other and spoke with one another and cross promoted each other? And you come on my platform, I come on your platform, and we're all building together and maybe unify collectively, so that way people can start associating people like Shylin and Lamp Mode with people like Lecrae and this one. Who is the activist in the middle unifying these two together actively out there? Who is desiring to unify? Maybe that's a godly thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm just going off on a tangent now. But I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Sorry. Who is actively seeking to unify these camps, and who is actively seeking to help us cross promote and be more aware of one another's platforms? So that way you can freely be like, yo, I'm gonna chill today. It's gonna be a cookout. I'm gonna throw on some Stephen Malcolm Fuego. And then, you know what? I'm in a chill mood tonight. I'm going to throw on some. That's why I love GH3 Radio. By the way, shout out to GH3 Radio. I love you. Hand claps. I highly recommend that you guys go download the Dash app. I highly recommend you guys download that and favorite God's House of Hip Hop. Please do that, because I never knew how much dope music, Christian hip hop music, was actually out there. I actually sat there with the headphones.
Shout out to Bridge Radio too, who also plays a role in that.
Facts. Everybody who's doing it, all our partners, man. Shout out to all of them. Matter of fact, I'm gonna throw up the thing again, so that way everybody can check them out. Where's our partnership?
Put them up there.
Here we go, our partners. But yeah, man, shout out to them, man. People who are actively looking to make people hit to other people, and the Prayer Plug is big on that as well on Instagram. Go check them out as well, because they're always looking for new artists, like new up and coming artists, and they're always putting us on to some fire Christian hip hop artists.
You know what I would like to see though? I would like to see, like, all right, these cats that are established in the Christian hip hop game. Like, I know it's not really at the level of a secular hip hop, but I'd like to know what other Christian music they listening to. I know you big up Kendrick and Cole, and that's cool. Like, those guys respect you. That's fine. We're just people living among people. But are you listening to any other Christian hip hop? You can't shout out a cat like, yo, if you got a hold of an album, you're like, yo, this is fire. You can't put that on your social media. Be like, yo, I was mobbing to this weekend.
Facts.
Like, I just remember, like, you know, growing up listening to hip hop, like, dudes weren't like that.
Yeah.
They were always posing with each other.
Yeah.
They were rapping with each other.
Yeah.
Like,
and
they wanted to be known with each other. But things have become so much more individualized, even in the Christian circle.
Yeah.
It's just like, man, y'all don't.
Yeah, and
we could do some great things if we all unified, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, but that was our
some
points.
Great things.
That was part of our major points when we first started this, and we used to say it all the time: the CHH is dead.
Yeah.
I don't believe that anymore, and that's because of the movements and the growth I've seen, and people who are truly reaching out to us, wanting to grow this. So I'm seeing that there's life in there. So I no longer say it's dead.
Right.
But before, this is the reason. There's no unity. There's no people repping other people unless you're in their immediate clique or you represent their brand. Then there is no mentions of other artists outside of your bubble.
Right.
And that to me is dead. Like, I'm sorry if every time I go to the major CHH outlets, I'm always seeing the same names. Then if I go to these individual factions, I see the same names. Like, there's no growth, there's no unity, there's no sign of unification. Like Mario's saying, who's gonna unify us? Who's gonna do it? Because it's not happening. We're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs and just pushing ourselves.
Some people are, like, some people are hearing that and they're doing that. I'm gonna keep pressing.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep pushing for more, because I know that if everybody did collectively come together, like, here's a secret. All the videographers who do all these Christian hip hop music videos, and all these rappers who have platforms and have the ability. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'm gonna throw it out there. Somebody this is a freebie. If you guys all came together and say, you know what, we're gonna do a film. And you find somebody able to write, like, you guys can utilize your platforms together collectively with the videographers and build out a team to actually put together a short film and try to get it into film festivals and break through into film. Like, I'm talking, this is what I'm talking about. So when I go off on tangents and people don't understand, I'm talking about infiltrating in all these areas, making moves with one another and doing big things. It's just not about, for those of you, please, and I'm saying this, I'm gonna say this. I hope you're listening. For those of you who assume that I'm an angry old rapper who never made it, understand that that's far from the fire. What, this dude said that's true. This dude said that's true. That's my boy.
Well, you are at number 48. I'd be a little bitter too.
And there's 30.
You already know the number and where you are.
There's 30 before me, but we don't know. They're like the Mortal Kombat characters with the question mark signs. You got to unlock them as you think about it. Let me think. I know there's 30 there. I know it for a fact.
He's a free character that comes with the console.
Wow.
The slow dude that nobody picks.
Somehow I'm an alternative selection.
You don't get no.
Like, do you remember
the extra skins? Nothing.
Do you remember
basic?
Do you remember the Mortal Kombat character where it was the actor with the blue suit and the bubbles? Like, he was the actual actor who did the movements.
Yeah,
that's me. I'm the blue guy with all the bubbles. Wow.
Yeah.
The green screen.
They didn't even give you graphics.
They didn't even give me graphics. I was the actual guy with a blue suit on.
Oh, that's awesome.
No, I am not. I am not the angry rapper who didn't make it. No, far from it. I'm the guy who sees a vision, man. I think that's a curse for me, because I always think way beyond what I'm actually capable of achieving sometimes. But I know that the potential is there for everybody if everybody did come together and collectively unify to do something really amazing, like a breakthrough in film, independent, you know? Anyway, I'm dropping too much.
Some of these dudes rub elbows with lofty people.
Yeah.
You know?
Who have the ability, who have the finances or the resources or whatever to make a lot of these things happen.
Another reason is just like, you know, if they're rubbing elbows with those people, help some Christians open businesses, man. That's another way to preach the gospel, right?
Thank you.
That's another way to preach the gospel. This doesn't have to be like, yo, I'm gonna help you come up and get your album popping. All right, let me rehab this little spot and get your barbershop popping. Let me get your little nail salon popping.
Wow.
Little things in the community.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You rubbing elbows with actors.
Yeah, that's gems.
You rubbing elbows with actors and NFL players and NBA players.
That's gems.
Well, but I might be speaking ignorantly. Maybe they are doing it. Maybe it's one of those things that they keep in secret.
Yeah.
So, you know, let me not speak too harshly.
Yeah.
Because I really don't know.
I hope so.
I still support
That's why I'm talking about the things that can be visual.
Right.
Like God of Money doing a project with Reach. You know what I'm saying? Doing like this type of unity, but it's like God of Money promotes God of Money.
Yeah.
Reach promotes Reach.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Like, all these people just promote themselves, and you never see any mentions. Like, even secular, you see there's different artists that collaborate with other labels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why is it that the secular can do this with the mindset of like, look, we're just trying to grow this. which is why secular hip hop is at the magnitude that it's at, where they have all these different award shows.
I remember when dudes used to do mixtapes and just get cats from all kind of different labels and they rap on it. Like, just put a collaboration.
Yeah, just forget. Remember that one time when Young Noah
call it the handout. It'll be like a track.
Remember when Young Noah was trying to raise up, what was it, $1 million for, I forgot who it was that got hit by one of the, I think it was one of the islands that got hit with the hurricane really bad, and he was trying to, I think it was one of the islands, I can't remember exactly, but I know he at that time was trying to unify all the artists together.
Oh yeah, he did that album.
Yes,
yeah,
he was trying to raise like $1 million or something.
There was a bunch of tracks on there.
Yeah. So like things like that was dope to see. Yeah. I was like, yo, that's fire. Look what this dude is doing.
For Houston.
That's so dope.
It was for Houston.
I would love to see more of that, you know, more activists, I guess, and not just rinse, repeat, just worry about your own bag and your own pocket. Like, I'm just going to get these 10 beats, I'm going to spit over it, I'm going to release another song that sounds like my last 10 because it's just rinse and repeat, easy money.
Yeah.
Like start living outside of that,
if you
man.
climb up out the well and if somebody else is in it, you got to reach your hand down and try to pull them up.
Facts.
You know,
Facts.
You're both at the bottom of the well.
So shout out to all those people that are doing that. And my bad if I didn't see you. Hopefully this genre will continue to grow so we can see more of those things highlighted.
But you know how it is in America. All good deeds don't really go noticed. You know what I mean? So if these brothers are doing good stuff, that's dope. But it would be also dope for us to know what's going on, to be more connected, right?
To see that,
okay.
So I could pray, so I could be like, "Yo, that is look what just happened over here, man."
Or even support, you know what I mean?
Or support, or be more aware of each. I want to. Hey, how am I supposed to come alongside you if I'm not aware of what you're trying to do?
That was a lot. Like, hey, what? Hey.
It was always a beat.
To get to this point.
Listen, I'm gonna get there. Cha-cha now, y'all. Hold up, now.
No, that's not for that. That is not for that.
Cha-cha now, y'all.
You the chuleta of the day for today.
All right. Yo, we're going to jump into this track called Running that I did. I don't think this is available everywhere. This is just like a freebie I did for fun. Just to break up the segments. This is called Running.
Oh, I like this track.
Here we go.
This one before. This is a good one.
Yeah. Marrio Esco, you already know, right? There's a lot I gotta get off my chest, so I'm hoping that y'all pay attention and sit back, enjoy the ride. Yeah. Listen. Pharisees telling me how to live. They got their stones for the kid. Wish to watch everything that I did, said and say and do. They wanna slay you, do. Got me straight confused, begging for me to fail. But wait, hold up, who they praying to? Praying on the few that don't really got it like they do. Sages of our ages, guess we're up in these cages without a clue. Buffoons, tunes sketched out by the hands of a villain. God said forgive them, but they stretch their hands for the killing. Kill them all, they're affected by the fall. Like none of us made up in this image without an effectual call. This intellectual wall is way too high for us peasants. Kings sitting on thrones are way too high to be present. Brothers against each other, wonder why it's unpleasant. Could it truly be we'd rather die than to bless him? I pray I shatter every mind blind to this lesson. Either way, I'll let my talent shine while progressing. Yeah. Could it really be that we all refuse to see the issue in you and me, so we run it? I refuse to be what Pharisees see in me. In Christ I'd rather be free, so I'm running. Could it really be that we all refuse to see the issue in you and me, so we run it? I refuse to be what Pharisees see in me. In Christ I'd rather be free. What about friends? Really, it truly depends. Most are following trends. My brothers and sisters are sticking with me all the way to the end. So you can say we're persevering. My God is steering, so I'm gassed. And anybody just staring, not even caring, I'ma look past. Cause I don't got a lot of time, man. You are not in my mind, man. Matter of fact, you're behind, man. Only one it reminds me. Stop, listen, pray. Interceding up in my way. Plant the seed and hope they don't stray. Find a beat that's dope and okay. Kill it till they like you don't say. Really, Marrio Esco, no way. Want me stopped and no way. Homie, don't you know I don't play. Till the day I'm home for the stay. And I praise the Lord for always. Always. Forever my master, I am his slave, yeah. Don't be confused, this isn't pride, yeah. I'm confident with Christ inside, yeah. And I'ma praise him till I die, yeah. Could it really be that we all refuse to see the issue in you and me, so we run it? I refuse to be what Pharisees see in me. In Christ I'd rather be free, so I'm running. Could it really be that we all refuse to see the issue in you and me, so we run it? I refuse to be what Pharisees see in me. In Christ I'd rather be free. Yeah. You know, I'm hoping with this one, man, I'm hoping that I hit somebody out there who's been watching my steady grind, who's been amening me and praying for me, man. You know, this one's for you. I should be charging y'all for this, but man, I got stuff that I need to get off my chest, and I need to bless my people, man. You know who you are. You've been watching from afar. You've been riding with me this whole time, man. This one's for you, man. My brothers and sisters, man, rooting for me, cheering for me. My mentors, my critics, my fans, my people, my family. This one's for you. You know?
All right, cool.
I think that track bumped you up to 47, bro.
What do you mean?
You know, you ain't talking 48.
I'm 47 on the list.
Yeah,
Thanks.
boy.
All right, so now there's 29 people we got to figure out. I gotta get out the way somehow.
Hey man,
49 people left on perseverance enough.
By perseverance, the snail
and up and
went in
okay.
the ark.
Oh man. All right, yo. So this is something that I've been kind of dreading to talk about, only because of the seriousness of it, and I like to utilize the show to just kind of like have fun and just bug out. But you know, we got to do our due diligence as well. We talk about trending things. We talk about things in the news. We talk about things like that. So this was something that couldn't be avoided. For those that don't know, there was a couple mass shootings that took place in El Paso, Texas, and Dayton, Ohio. And
like 13 hours apart.
13 hours apart. Overall, 84 people. At this time, when I got this report, 84 people shot, 31 people killed. And so, not too long ago in July as well, there was another one at a festival that happened. And so our condolences to everybody who was affected by this event. Yeah, definitely prayers to everybody who was affected by it. I think in a way, obviously to those directly affected by it, especially. But everybody else, as a country, as a culture, are affected by it as well.
Facts.
You know, so
And now recently, I think it was in New York, there was like a group of people and a motorcycle went off and people just started running.
Yeah.
Like,
because of the mentality, it's
everybody's
just like,
on edge.
Everybody's on edge. It's you just never know. So
crazy.
with this, you know, you have people who are now in uproar about gun, stricter gun restrictions and laws and stuff like that, rules and regulations. Other people saying, take them away, they're the problem. I think somebody was trying to push something about assault rifles, and Trump turned it down. So people are feeling indifferent about that. And just a lot of people are confused about what to do and how to handle it.
I mean, for me, it's like guns is going to be available regardless. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even if they stopped and made it illegal for citizens to carry, criminals are still going to carry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the black market is not going to be affected by any laws that they place on guns. So that's the reason why I would say guns is not the issue. And as well, that inanimate object can't kill anybody. You have to put your hand in that weapon, point it at someone, and kill them. And if you are doing this, then that means you have mental issues, which means you should have never had a gun to begin with.
Well, in America, is the most mentally unstable country in the world. I would assume.
Yeah,
Like I think we
sense.
have more depression, more suicide rates, all abortions, all we have everything, but we're just a very unhappy culture, an unhappy country,
not content.
And so with that, the amount of mental illness that we see and talk about here, I think that needs to be addressed more than.
Yep.
Yo, you know what comes with that?
I do believe in gun control, like controlling as far as like, you know, more vetting. They should be psych evaluating these people. I think that getting a driver's license is harder than getting a gun, and I don't think that should be that it should be that way. You know what I'm saying? Like you go to the driver's license, you have to take the written exam first, then they take you on the road. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a longer process where a gun, you could take the classes, but the classes don't have to be like extensive. It could just be a real basic class. You pay the fee, and boom, you get your gun.
Well,
it's not like somebody goes out with you and checks.
Well, the thing was that is like you can't get a gun till you're 21. You can drive when you're 16.
Yo,
so
for real. What is that?
That's another one.
That's a different like.
My daughter got 3 years, bro. Like what?
Mind state.
What?
Mind state
bro.
that you're
She
in.
hasn't
So
even...
at 21.
And the stats
like
say that the young drivers get into more accidents.
But that's why they do background checks, because if you have some sort of mental illness, you might do something wrong. You might get picked up for shoplifting. I don't know what it is, but a lot of people that have mental illnesses get picked up and arrested for things because people just don't know. But at the same time, and then criminals too. So if you have a record of some sort, you know what I'm saying, that you've been institutionalized in some sort of capacity, whether it be for violence or whether it be for mental illness, I think, yeah, you should be restricted.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
You don't have to give people your personal psych evals, but like if you've been institutionalized, like you've been in a halfway house and you've probably had a social worker at some point in your life, you're probably not stable enough to own a firearm. In my opinion.
The reason why I was saying I think a psych eval should be incorporated is because one, a car can be a deadly weapon, but a weapon is a weapon. Like that is a deadly weapon. Like it's not like you can use this to kill someone. No, the device was created to kill people.
But should people have a psych eval so they shouldn't go on an airplane because that can kill more people in a mass shooting?
Facts. That's true.
That you repeat the question.
That is very true,
what I mean?
bro.
So
wow, I did. Do they do that?
Repeat the
question.
question.
They don't do that, huh?
So, a psych eval, is it needed to
fly a plane?
Fly a plane because
is it needed? Is
you
it?
Can find some way.
I think it should be.
Is it? I never did that.
Dang, I didn't know.
Pilot? I don't know.
No, I've been pulled aside and got stripped to almost nothing. But
are you a pilot?
Jeez, because I mean, there's a lot of stress
that is very true,
can happen to someone.
I think there should be some more thorough vetting of the process.
Yeah,
but I'm not sure restrictions are gonna really benefit. But a lot of these shootings happen in towns where they don't allow their citizens to have guns.
Yeah, but Texas.
So what do you say about that?
It's a big gun state, and the shooting was in Texas.
Yeah. But that's what they're saying. The problem is that you could just go get a gun. That's the problem. That's what they're saying.
So I don't.
So some people are saying take the guns away completely. So what do you say to that?
That's too late in the game for that.
Take them all away. That's what people are trying to fight. The problem is the guns. Take them all away.
It'll be a big fight. I mean,
I don't think the problem is take them away because, like I said, now you're disarming innocent people or responsible people, and the criminals are not going to stop being armed. So all you're doing is taking away the protection of the people.
Neither are the mentally ill.
Huh?
Neither are the mentally ill.
Oh,
they're not going to be being stopped because they don't they might not even have the differentiation between fantasy and reality.
Right. Take the guns away, they'll find something else.
I think that's a bigger issue in our society in general. Like, focus on mental health. There's a lot of things going wrong that's causing people to be crazy and unstable, and they just give up. I mean, divorce is through the roof. I'm in a barbershop, man. I always hear people talking about divorce. So, like, what is it that's making people so selfish that they want to just go kill people?
Yo, legit.
You know what I mean? So, because it doesn't happen in certain areas too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where even in the population of this country where people are subject to certain things, have more of a capacity to do something like that. So some people become overwhelmed in this society and they take
The
on
panic,
those actions.
a state
But that's
of panic,
a
a
minuscule. It affects a lot of people, and I'm not downplaying that tragedy, but it's such a small percentage of something that happens.
Not only that, but there's been gun violence going on for a long.
But it's not sure the punishment.
You're talking about the mass. You're talking about the mass shootings.
Yeah,
but,
I'm just not sure
people
that
getting
reaction of just taking away guns is the most responsible action.
But they say like people getting shot every day though. Like so, it happens all the time.
Right.
But they're getting shot by people.
Well, I think who was it? Somebody told me. Actually, it was a police officer who told me that there was a high stat of a high percentage of the gun wounds, like getting shot by a gun, is people shooting themselves.
Yeah,
like there's a high percentage of that. Like people,
I wouldn't doubt it.
Is them shooting themselves.
Not understanding how to carry.
Yeah,
I could see that. I could definitely see that. There's a plethora of videos you can go on YouTube right now of people getting whacked in the face with pistols because they're not holding it right, they're not shooting it right, and it's a dangerous weapon. Like,
but why? I mean, why do people want to have guns in the first place? Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, why do you want locks on your doors? Like,
right? Yeah.
You know,
why
does everyone lock their doors before they leave the house?
Why do you call the cops when something's needed? Why do you lock your door? Why do you need a gun?
Why do you have cops?
We know that in this world, we're going to need some sort of protection somehow.
Facts. Yeah.
Because there are some people that are dedicated to evil.
Yep.
Right.
Or just agents of evil, whether it be, whether they do it ignorantly or willfully ignorantly,
it doesn't matter,
or they do it on purpose.
Yep.
Like,
and I mean, people have been killing people for a long time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Never in the history did you ever see when there was mass killings with swords back in the medieval time. They were like, we're having a sword epidemic. Like, we need to get rid of these swords because there's too many people getting slain. Like, no, there's just a lot of crazy people that you got to watch out for. You know, build a moat around your castle so the crazies don't get in your crib. Like, you know,
bro, we could sit here and talk about this all day, but at the end of the day, like, this is a really deep, in-depth topic.
It is
that we're not really in a position to like make that kind of difference, but we can share our perspective and just say, you know, at the end of the day, man, God is in control and sovereign over all, man, and we gotta trust that in his plan, man. Things like this happen, and it's tragic. It's sad. It's not something to take lightly. I hope that justice is served. I hope that the wisest decisions are made after the fact. And I hope, again, prayers and condolences to the people directly affected by it. But as Christians, man, we know at the end of the day where this is all coming from. And the issue is the heart, man. The issue is the heart. Real talk. Like, not knocking progress and things to you know, certain laws and regulations to take place. Not knocking that. That needs to have, you know, praying for wisdom in that area.
Let's just call a spade, you know? Right?
But at the end of the day, all of it, summarize all of it, just black and white, what it is, at the end of the day, it's sin, y'all.
Yep.
And so let's just stay in prayer, stay faithful, and you know, when things like this happen, man, it's our opportunity. If you got a platform, you know, be faithful with it, share the gospel, let the people know what's up, tell them that there is hope in Christ alone. Yeah. Did I forget anything? Should I deep dive on the gospel? Like, is that what we're doing right now?
Hey, man.
Amen.
You know, ain't nothing wrong with giving the gospel.
You know, so yeah, go ahead, Gil. 30 seconds. Go ahead, go.
Jesus came to live a perfect life to satisfy the wrath that we all deserve. He died on the cross to also satisfy God's perfection that is required to get to heaven. He died on the cross, rose on the third day, sits to the right hand of the Father, showing that not even death can overcome him. That's the gospel.
And if you have faith in him and belief in him, you can be forgiven. And that's it. Amen.
Basically, yeah.
All right. Prayers. I think that's a good way to
end it with the gospel.
End it with the gospel. There we go. Brent, anything you want to add to this, or any conclusions that you want to make from all this? I think it was a dope, laid back, you know, I think it was a dope time, man.
Man.
I needed this. Thank you, guys. Hand claps for y'all, man.
Wednesdays are the bomb.
Love it, brother.
Love it.
It was a dope time with y'all. I hope you guys were blessed by it and you guys enjoyed it. To next week. Grace and peace.
Peace.
We love y'all.
If you're listening on the podcast, be sure to check out my Facebook music page, Marrio Esco 1. Again, 2 R's in my name, the number 1 at the end, Marrio Esco 1. Be sure to like and follow that page. to give updates on who I'll be interviewing and leave a description on what we'll be talking about. And I also like the real-time one-on-one back and forth interaction. If you don't have the time to join us on Facebook Live, be sure to check out my podcast. It's called Marrio Esco Live, 2 R's in my name. Again, you'll see the white silhouette of myself with the cross underneath. Be sure to subscribe to that and follow the link as well to whatever podcast you're using or however you're receiving the podcast, and leave us a review. We love to hear feedback. You can also hit me up at music@marrioesco.com and just hit me up with some feedback and ways that we can improve the show or the things that you like and enjoy. Any type of feedback will be highly appreciated. Grace and peace.